Hello and welcome to Big Brother's Moose in the Hoose, part of Big Brother Bile. I'm Lindsay.
This is James.
And we're recapping the third episode of Big Brother Canada. Woo! Canada!
Yeah.
You've made me look like a fool in front of the whole of Canada.
Well.
So, we're not really into it yet, are we?
Well, it takes ages to get into.
It always takes a while. Think about Big Brother Australia.
I don't know who anyone is. There's too many people.
Too many bald people.
Too many that look like Happy. That's the problem.
I pray to God that Nate doesn't get inside the Big Brother house, because the last thing we need is another baldy.
Is it like the Cappy Memorial year?
It's like, I don't remember anyone bald being in it last year. Suddenly every fucker's bald. We've got Paul, who looks like Humpty Dumpty. And then you've got people with assorted beards. It's like a fucking elaborate game of guessing.
No, but at least Kenny's helping us out. His beard's very distinct. You always know it's him.
Yeah, that's true. It's disgusting. Talking of Kenny, he's been strategising a bit tonight. So he pretended that he was leaking info to Heather to see if it got back to Rochelle or Rachel, whatever her name is. Do you think he was really leaking that information? Or
I do actually. I believe it, yeah.
You think he's really tricksy? He does seem to be playing the game quite hard and quite well.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that it's going to come unstuck for him because people are going to catch on that he's quite shrewd, I think.
I don't think that's his real beard.
I don't. Like Poirot. At the end, he peeled off his moustache and it had been fake all along.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that how it ended?
In the last episode, yeah. And he killed someone.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I didn't either. I don't know how I know that.
Yeah, I think, that's not a normal beard. He's going to have to shave it off for a task or some nonsense.
Well, it's part of his straight man cover, isn't it?
But he hasn't gone straight for play yet, has he?
No, but he might do. And also, no self-respecting gay man would have a beard like that, would they? They just wouldn't. So it's quite a good, cunning disguise. Even that gay guy in the war room, the bobblehead room, I'll call it, Scott, said he couldn't spot the gay in the house.
True. So the beard covers all.
He pontificated that it might be Adele who was the gay guy.
No, that's not going to go down well, is it?
He is quite effeminate, I think. He's quite petite and he's quite camp, I think. So
I think that's a matter between him and his imam, though.
I like Adele. I feel sorry for him. I feel like he's floundering a bit. It's a shame. And the knife seems to be out for Kyle, which I'm not happy about.
No, those two are struggling.
Yeah.
And also, what's his name? Old big fella.
Oh, Humpty Dumpty.
Is it Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. He's doing all sorts and then just pretending it's a game.
It feels like everyone's really over gaming, really badly. It's like strategy.
It's like the Shield times Quattro times 100.
Where's the eating the Twistos and just having a jolly up?
Yeah, just enjoy yourselves for a few days. Stop strategizing. So they showed us a bit of the others in the little secret house, the HGs. Sorry, I've been listening to another podcast. And Alison has straightened her hair. I was pleased to see about that.
Oh, that's good. That's going to help a game.
It is. Nate in, I don't fancy his chances. It's going to be Scott or Alison, isn't it, going
Looks that way, isn't it?
I've seen a few people who are liking Scott.
I've seen a few people that are liking Alison.
Oh, I don't really like Scott, I'm afraid. He's a bit too flamboyant for me.
Well, only Canada can decide what's too flamboyant for them. Speaking of which, where's Marsha?
Hey.
We've not seen Hyde nor...
No.
What have you?
Antler of her. Oof. That would have been better. Too late. Edit it. Then we had the HOH competition. So... could you make head nor tail of what was going on here?
Yeah, well, I could work out the task quite easily. That was quite straightforward about holding up the basket, getting the potatoes in your enemy's basket and making it harder for them, etc. What I couldn't work out is the teams, like how the teams were done. It was
pairs. They were in pairs.
How was that chosen? Like just random?
It must have been random because they weren't together in their alliances. And then someone said Paul had come out dressed as a big cock, which is a bit rude. I thought that, I know you're going to go, but I thought that HOH was a bit sexist. It did favour men and strength and arm strength. Don't you think? It did.
Tell that to Alyssa.
It did, though, because the stronger men were all in it at the end.
I suppose so.
Anyway, so they were throwing potatoes into cages, and the way they did it was they'd throw them into the enemy cages to make them heavier so that they would drop it. So everyone was picking on Kyle and throwing them at him, which I was not happy about. Leave my Kyle alone, bastards. And then the first 4 that went out were have-nots, and that was Heather, Rochelle, Sarah, and someone else who I've forgotten. Oh, Nida?
I think you might be right, but...
Is it Nida? Nida? I still don't know.
I think it's Nida. I don't know.
Hopefully she'll go this week, then we won't have to worry. Oh yeah, and then Angie was trying to make a deal with that John guy, going, if you just drop it, you'll be safe, but John didn't want to make that deal. John was being loyal to Kenny. Kenny was really, like kissing John's arse. And they were all very, very sweaty, I noticed. And then in the final part... Arlie and...
Arlie was the most sweaty because he did a workout beforehand.
To tire himself out. So he had to face off against Andrew to find the golden potato.
And even though he was consistently kicking the golden potato at his supposed enemy, he still couldn't find it. He said he couldn't. He can't throw fuck all with these people.
He was doing the Dan Giesling, weak player strategy,
and it worked.
I couldn't believe no one was onto him. He was actressing hard, wasn't he?
It worked. Though. It worked a treat. They were dousing him with water. They're like, "Okay, do you want me to call Dr. Ottoman?"
He went over that golden potato like 3 or 4 times. That other guy's an idiot. I thought his acting was quite poor, and I think he'll get caught out sooner or later. Don't you?
Yeah, you would think so.
Then Heather called Rochelle to one side and was like, "Oh, I know we don't like each other, but let's be friends," and that sort of thing.
That's always a good opening down bit, isn't it?
And then they both went off their separate ways and went, "Yeah, I fucking hate you." So that was pointless, really. Might as well have just hated each other from a distance.
Wow.
Oh, and she goes, "Oh, I got you in with Andrew. You're going to be safe this week because of me." Like, yeah, whatever.
That was just flim flam.
Then we saw the HOH room. Oh, so tired.
Now, do you know what? That was a very... I know it's early in the season, but that was a very enthusiastic... Let's all crawl up the HOH's arsehole.
Oh, is this your brother? Oh, look at that picture. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, what a lovely letter from your family. They seem like such nice people. Oh, shut the fuck up.
And did you see the worst one, the worst lick spit of the whole
John.
lot? No, Paul.
Oh.
Paul was all over everything.
John was crying. It's like, why are you crying at someone's letter from their mum and dad? Grow
What's
up.
with these early letters from home? It's too much.
I don't want to hear the letters from home. I don't want to see the HOH room. He got some protein powder, whatever. What's that thing we can bet on? We can bet on something to go in the HOH room or something.
Oh, you don't bet on it. I think you
we can
choose
pick.
it.
What are the options?
Bok choy and baby food.
Bed of nails.
Sleep deprivation.
Teleporter out of the house. Then they all saw the slop for the very first time.
It looked. Do you know what? It looked like that cookie dough ice cream that you get. It looked alright.
Someone said it looked like diarrhea.
I think they were overstating the case. I reckon it tastes alright. It's just a trick. And they got those potatoes.
Yeah, they're allowed to eat potatoes.
You can make chips with those.
That's all I eat is potatoes. I'll be fine. You can make chips. You can make crisps. You can make potatoes.
Potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Boiled potatoes.
Dauphinoise potatoes. Any kind of
it's
potatoes.
It's like we're on Pointless and trying to guess different types of potatoes. Anyway, that's all right. Fuck the slop. Just eat the potatoes. Just have a jacket potato with slop in. Oh yeah, and then they went in the have-not room, or the half-not room, as some wag called it. And yeah, they got to sleep on little half-sized beds. The girls will be all right to sleep on those. Probably.
But we already saw that room. Was it on the main show or the feeds? I forget. But
I don't know. But it was on Big Brother
everything's
Australia
like
as well.
in half, isn't it?
It was on Big Brother Australia too.
Is that a cot? Are you in a cot, or it's not really a cot, is it?
What's a cot? That's what a baby sleeps in.
I think it's like, you know, those camping beds, like a kind of a...
Oh, like a...
sort of a hammock.
What are they called? Like a Lido or something? Z bed. That's it.
I think that's something else. But anyway, you know.
So then we ascertained, although we already knew, thanks to inside sources, that the first 5 who went in the house are in an alliance together. But what are they called?
Oh. They haven't got a name, have they?
No.
Just the first 5. Now,
this is the 5.
you never, as we said before on this very podcast, you never put the number of people in the alliance in the name of the alliance.
No.
That is...
maybe they're like the famous 5 or something.
That's no good either.
5.
Just 5 on its own?
Yeah, like the pop group.
Mind you, we've got a pop group called 5 in this country.
There's only 4.
There's only 4 of them, so they got a cardboard cutout for the last bit, so maybe it can be done.
And I was surprised to see that Sabrina put that group together. I wouldn't have thought she had the nous, to be honest. All I see her doing on the live feed is like sort of going around like crying in her pyjamas. That's about it.
I think she could be a bit tricksy. And another one to watch is that, I forget the name, but Mom.
Sarah.
Is that her name?
Yeah, we seen her on After Dark buttering
She's
up.
like Andy. She's going from group to group. She's mixing. She's backstabbing. All sorts.
She was buttering up Paul, going, "Yeah, I'm the mum. You're the dad. We'll be in it together." And then she started crying. Then he was holding her hand. I know your game.
Yeah.
And then Andrew was saying who he wants to put up. So he said he wanted to put Paul up because he's annoying. Fair comment. And the others were like, "Are you sure? Why don't you put up someone a bit more, strategic?" But he seemed pretty set on putting Paul up, I thought.
He's hell-bent.
Especially after he got called a racist and a sexist.
Oh, he didn't like that? Didn't like that?
Oh, he would like it.
What did he say again? Was it...
Here we go. He said, this is what Andrew said to Iker. "You're acting urban and you've been acting a bit more black." And then someone corrected him and said, "You mean more sassy?" And then, but Iker stated that she did not believe that Andrew was a racist, which I thought was cool of her to say that.
I think it's one of those comments that if you didn't know someone very well, you could easily take it the wrong way. But if you like them, then you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But she could have made like...
She's been a quite good sport though, because remember he was doing that Jamaican accent to her as well in the kitchen. That Andrew guy was.
So he is a racist.
So yeah,
we said that was racist.
Yeah, and she's been quite a good sport about it, actually. I don't mind her. Like everyone's like, "Oh, she could be trouble," blah blah.
When he starts flipping her bed though, that's when the real trouble will start.
What are you gonna do, girl? And Iker was giving it all that in the diary, wasn't she? So Aaron ain't in there. She's gonna fucking.
They had the
battle.
finger clicks, they had it all.
But that's not just black people do that, it's gay people too.
Yeah, it's like a multi-minority pastime.
Do straight people do it?
There's always one.
I'll do it, there you go.
Oh yeah, didn't Oprah what's her name? Ricky Lake used to do it.
Oh, did she?
I think people on her show did, anyway.
So, fat people do it too. So Iker said he wasn't sexist or racist. And then, they were still debating who to put up. And Arlie and Kenny said they were scared of the girls. And Kenny put Kyle's name out there. Boo! Don't want Kyle.
Why are you so pro Kyle?
Every time I see him, he just makes me smile. Just his face, like I think Kenny said something like he's got rocks in his head or something.
Yeah, he won't last 10 seconds.
I like the way he wears his hat like too high on his head, like a 5-year-old. I don't know. He just makes me laugh.
He's a Dumbo.
When he's in the diary, like he ain't got a clue. If they backdoored him, he'd just be clueless. Bless him. But anyway, Andrew didn't pay no heed to that, and he put up Nader and Paul. Now, I don't know enough about Nader, or is it Nader?
I think it is Nader.
To comment either way, do you? She seems quite boring to me.
She seems that way, but is she?
And then Paul goes, "You're a hypocrite." And then Andrew goes, "You're affecting the way people in Canada think about me."
And his family.
Yeah.
And someone else.
And the house guests. The other house guests.
The HGs, you mean?
Yeah. And then Andrew's like started to scuttle off upstairs going, "No, I've had enough." And then Paul goes, "This guy is sexist and racist." All the others like reared up. They started getting all mad, didn't they?
Including Iker.
Yeah. And they were all like, "No." And that Paul's...
No, leave it. It's not worth it. He ain't a racist.
So do you know what? That Paul's a tricksy cunt. Because he goes in the diary room and he's like, "I don't think Angie's racist, but they need me to be the bad guy in this house." So basically he could just say anything he wants and then go in the diary room and just go, I'm just playing. Like when he was crying, do you remember he was crying on the bed and he was crying to the girls and he was just making it up.
They didn't buy that. They weren't. His game's all over the show.
I hope he goes this week because he's quite annoying.
Well, we still got the veto to go.
Yeah, I know. But I'm worried. I saw a bit of the live feed and Kyle and Adele were worried about being backdoored.
Oh, really?
And then my two favourites.
So that means Oh, does that mean you know what happens in the veto?
No, not heard.
That's the trouble with these live feeds being a week ahead. Like, I couldn't cope with that in this country. Imagine, watching. I mean,
yeah, why do they film it a week behind? It's stupid.
well, we watch it after dark, but we watch it at a safe distance, so we know we're not going to get spoilerised.
We did watch a bit of that live feed.
We did.
And then we watched it for about 12 hours one night, and it was just a screen going, "We can't show you this for about 12 hours."
Yeah, it was like down.
Yeah.
But it's free, so you can't complain.
Plus, I think we're not even allowed to watch it in this country. Just like broke down.
No, but it was down for Canada as well. It was down for everyone.
I know. So yeah, basically, state of play at the moment is it's Nida and Paul-los. Do you think either of them could win the veto?
Depends on the task, doesn't it, and who gets picked and etc. etc.
I wonder if they'll fix it. Not really sure. Did we see anything else? Oh, we had someone call someone a spaz on the After Dark.
Was it Spaz Face or
something like that?
But we're not sure. We can't be 100% sure.
It's a girl what said it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It was that Sarah. I'm not sure though. Was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Anyway, you shouldn't say spaz. It's wrong. If you said that on our show, you'd be out. Wouldn't you?
Would you? I think you just get a warning.
For spaz?
Yeah, spaz.
No, spaz is bad. Isn't it?
I think just a firm warning.
Remember when Ricky Gervais said mong? That didn't go down well.
Yeah, that wasn't on Big Brother though, was it?
No, I know, but there's some words you don't say anymore. It's uncivilised. That's one of them.
Well, it's like BBUSA, isn't it?
Well, they say whatever. Oh, didn't you hear someone moaning about Dumbledore?
Oh, yeah. Who was it? No, but I can't remember what housemate it was. But apparently, someone on the feeds was. There's a house guest gone in whose all-time favourite. They said it on their VT at the beginning. Is Jeff Schroeder, fan favourite Jeff Schroeder.
He's just so lovable.
And then someone has been talking trash about Jeff Schroeder about the Dumbledore incident when he said that Dumbledore was a paedophile and couldn't be trusted with children.
You know.
And so whether they said that to this person that adores, we need to find out. We'll update.
Someone will tell us. I bet Renfreist will know. Find out who was that person who was slagging off Jeff because they're my new favourite.
And did they tell the Jeff Schroeder fan?
Yeah.
Jeff Schroeder super fan.
Did they stick it to them? We wouldn't want them to.
But the thing is, I know Jeff isn't nasty homophobe, but I quite like him.
Well, I don't like him, but
he's funny on those backyard.
Yeah, he's funny as in like you're laughing at him. He's just ignorant. He's just like dumb. He's not like hateful or anything. He's just dumb. Is that it?
I think that is. It's only one show, isn't it?
It's only one show. Not that much. It's not. I feel like it's not really got going yet. We need Marsha. We need to see some more of Arissa's horrible outfits.
But quite a lot's happened in 3 shows, I think.
Yeah, and they did start to have a bit of a row, which I thought was quite entertaining. I quite enjoyed that.
Well, it probably,
What?
Just, I don't know, they're just telling us that row.
Oh, engineered it.
Hold up a cue card saying have row now.
There's so many people acting in that house. Like,
God.
If you compare it to last year, like, they were all quite civilised. They all got along for quite a long time. But this time, they're all playing from the word go, don't you think? Or a lot of them are.
They're all overplaying. They're all overplaying like far, far too much. It's like, whoever made a strategy on the first day that lasted? No one. That
when was the brigade? That was quite early.
Yeah, it was early, but it wasn't day one. It wasn't the second they walked in the house.
I'll be in meow meow.
Because I'm sneaky like a cat.
That Adele reminds me a bit of Enzo, actually. Like, he's just like boisterous. He's just like bouncing on through. He doesn't really know what's going on.
I know. It's too early to tell what's going to happen.
And then we watched some of the live feed the other night, and they were just talking about like calories and how many calories you should eat for about half an hour. That was boring. That's not entertaining, is it?
Not really, but food talk never is it?
No, and then it's like, oh, who's ruling the kitchen? Who's cooking? Who's this? Who's that? If you rule in the kitchen on our show, you'll get a certain amount of the way because people want to keep you in, but in the end,
always
do the old Vinnie Jones
because you're the kitchen bully.
Yeah,
and also you see everything that happens. You're privy to all conversations.
Who was it on Big Brother UK last year? Who people were talking in the kitchen? They were like casually just chopping.
Oh, it was Jim Davidson.
Was it?
Yeah, he was always doing it. Just chopping up some veg, just casually fricasseing my parsnips.
Nothing to see here.
Anyway, so next time we do a show, we should have POV definitely.
And an eviction.
And an eviction
Yeah,
as well.
because it'll be Wednesday and Thursday show, and we won't be doing it till the weekend, will we?
So we'll have loads
we'll
to
have
cover.
quite a lot to talk about then, rather than this little bit of frippery.
Made up stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it's warming up. We've got to give it. We've got to give it a couple of weeks, haven't we?
What do you give it so far? Like 2, 3 out of 10?
I give it like a 6.
Do you know, sometimes it's a bit rude to say, but I watch BBUSA and I think, this is a good show. And when you watch BB Canada, it's like a West End production compared to the Amateur Dramatic Society production.
Big Brother US makes my heart race. Big Brother Canada doesn't make my heart race.
But when we watched Big Brother Canada first season, I don't remember liking anyone at the beginning either, so it could just be that.
True.
Always takes time to get into.
I think we liked Peter a bit at first, because
way.
On his intro video he said, I hate people, and I hate people who stand on escalators.
We'll have another sideshow to cover as well. That sideshow is whack.
It's awful. Maybe they'll listen to our podcast and they'll spice it up next time, though.
Well, I've made it an hour longer, put a panel on it, and
advertise some Twistos goods on it, that sort of thing.
Could be.
We like Twistos, don't we?
We don't know. We haven't tried any, but
we're looking forward to trying some. Aren't we? Oh. Anyway, we'll be back at the weekend. Until then, enjoy Big Brother Canada, and what else?
Arisa Cox.
Good night.
Bye.